Mga panong yan, sir, hindi ko pa alam. Para saan galing?
Okay, so good morning to all. So, ay, madami na naman tayo. So, pwede na tayo mag-start. Okay, so, our topic for today is about rectifiers. So, yung objectives natin is explain and analyze the operation of a half-wave rectifier and also the operation of a full-wave rectifier. So, discuss half-wave rectification as well as the full-wave rectification. And then under full-wave rectifiers, meron tayong tinatawag na center-top full-wave rectifiers at saka bridge type full-wave rectifier. Okay? So, yan yung mga i-discuss natin for today. Okay, so this is the half-wave rectifier circuit. So, mapapansin natin, meron tayo lamang isang diode at saka isang resistor doon sa circuit. And basically, this time, ang magiging input na natin is a sinusoidal wave. So, ang sinusoidal wave natin is makukuha natin yung input natin sa mga AC outlet natin or yung sa mga saksakan natin sa bahay. So, yun. So doon natin makukuha siya. Okay? So, last time kasi, among ating mga discussion, yung ating source is a DC. DC lamang tayo. Okay, so, ngayon nagbago na tayo ng pinaka-supply. So, AC na tayo. Okay, so discuss ko lamang ang ating input. So, basically, meron tayong sinusoidal input dito. Okay, so meron tayong, so itong part na to, okay, so itong part na to, so siya yung tinatawag na, pag nagdi-discuss tayo, more ang sasabihin ko during the positive alternation. Okay, so dito naman sa babang ito, more on ang sasabihin ko dito is, it is in the negative alternation. So basically, yung ating isang cycle is nagkakandak in 360 degree or in a T period. Okay? So, kumbaga, T period siya. Okay? So, pagka paminsan masasabi ko na 180 degree, so ibig sabihin ay nandito yung ating conduction ng ating circuit. So, during 180 degree or yung kalahati lamang. Okay. So, dito meron tayong equation ng ating sine wave. So, andito yung ating equation. Okay, so VI is equal to Vm sine omega t na kung saan yung VI natin, so this is an instantaneous value na kung saan kung gusto nating makompute ang bawat isa dito, ang every point dyan is pwede nating makompute using this given formula. Okay? So, yung pinaka-top ng ating signal, so meron siyang tinatawag na V sub m. So, V sub m is the maximum value or sometimes during the discussion and more on sa discussion natin, mas mababanggit natin yung V peak. Okay? So ibig sabihin, yung V peak is mula dito sa ating okay, so itong part na to. So, V peak. Also, the same thing with dito. So, V peak din siya. Okay, this is also a V peak pero at the negative alternation part. Okay? So, ayan yung mga some parameters na mababanggit natin during our discussion. Okay. So, paano ba nag-ooperate ang half-wave rectifier? So, dito, during the positive alternation, so ito yung positive alternation natin. Okay? During the positive alternation, syempre, kagaya nga ng dati, so i-inspect natin kung ano yung orientation ng diode. Is it in along or it is opposite or against the flow of the current. So sa positive alternation, makita natin, so diode is along, therefore the diode will be kung ito ay ideal model, so it will be simply shorted. So masya-short lang siya. Okay, so masya-short siya, so ibig sabihin magkakameron tayo ng output. Okay, so ibig sabihin yung Vn natin will be equal to V out. And then, ito na yung magiging V out natin. So, take note of the time na kung saan nagkameron siya ng conduction. So, it is at from TO, from T sub 0 to T sub 1. So, same lang din dito. So, it is from T sub 0 to T sub 1. Okay? And then, during the negative alternation, so nagkameron naman tayo dito ng negative alternation. Okay? So, basically, kung magiging negative alternation tayo, okay, so, mag-o-open yung diode natin. Therefore, ang current natin will become 0. So ang pangyayarihan during T1, from T1 to T2, so ibig sabihin, wala tayong magiging output. So, ibig sabihin, yung yung voltage natin will remain at 0 part. Okay? So ibig sabihin, ito na yung in a single cycle, so ito na yung ine-expect natin na magiging output ng ating half-wave rectifier. Pero kung siyempre kung masusundan siya ng more cycles, pagka sinabi nating cycle, yung isang wave isang ganyan. So kung madadagdagan pa siya, okay, so mas dadami pa ito katulad ng itong nakikita natin. So iyon na yung magiging output ng ating half-wave rectifier. So, sabi dito, the process of removing one half the input signal to establish a DC level is called a half-wave rectification. Okay, so basically ang rectifier ay it is a part na kung saan inuumpisahan natin na i-convert yung ating AC signal to a DC signal. Okay? So part siya ng ng whole circuit. Okay? Pero kumbaga sa atin discuss lang natin muna yung half-wave rectification. Okay? So meron din tayong tinatawag na average value ng half-wave voltage. So pagka sinabing average value, the average value of the half-wave rectified output voltage is the value you would measure on a DC voltmeter. Okay? So ibig sabihin, pag nagsukat pala tayo ng tawag dito ng circuit ng half-wave rectifier, ang makukuha natin is average lang. So itong part na to. Okay? Kasi for the sake of the discussion ng topic, so ang nire-represent natin lang kasi natin is isang cycle, probably dalawang cycle, yun na nakikita natin. Pero sa actual, pagka halimbawa ay inobserve natin yung output niya, for example sa electric current natin, or yung electrical current natin. So basically yung frequency ng electrical current natin is 60 Hz. Okay, so pagka sinabing 60 Hz, so ibig sabihin 60 cycles or 60 sine waves. So 16 ganyan. Okay? Sa 16 ganyan yung nade-develop in 1 second. Okay, sa sobrang dami, sa sobrang bilis ng cycle, hindi kayang i-capture talaga ng ating yung ating common voltmeter yung mga values niya. Therefore, ang makukuha lang talaga niya is yung pinaka-average value lang niya. Okay? So, and then ito nga yung ating pinaka formula to solve for the average value ng half-wave rectifier. So we have B peak divided by pi. So kailangan lang nating ma-identify ito and then we divide it by pi. Okay. So ayun. So example, what is the average value of half-wave rectified voltage in the figure shown? Okay, so dito, ang kailangan lang natin gawin is to use the formula. So we have the V average is equals to P peak over pi, or it is equivalent to 50 volts over pi. So yung magiging sagot natin dito will be sagot natin dito. So it's 15.92. So we have 15.92 volts. So ito yung pinaka B average, ano? So basically, sabi dito, take note, ano? So BEBG is 31.8% of BP. And to check, we can divide 15.92 volts divided by 50 volts. So ayun, so it is equivalent to, so this will be times 100. So this will become equal to 31.8%. Okay? Or pwede rin naman natin na kung sosolve natin yung average value, ano, we can also use the ABG is equals to 0.318 multiplied by the BP, which is, oh yan, so given BP, or 0.318 multiplied by 50. So definitely ang magiging sagot dito is 15.92 volts. So pwede rin naman ito. Okay? So yun. And then, so what is the effect of the barrier potential on the half-wave rectifier output? So the effect of barrier potential on half-wave rectified output voltage is to reduce the peak value of the input by about 0.7 volts. Okay, so it is usually acceptable to use the ideal diode model which neglects the effect of barrier potential when the peak value of the applied voltage is much greater than the barrier potential. Okay, so kumbaga, pagka nagkameron tayo ng tawag dito, kung hindi ideal diode siya, okay, so yung pinaka peak value ng ating output is mababawasan siya due to the potential barrier. Okay? And it is usually acceptable, sabi dito acceptable daw kung ang yung mga circuit naman na kung mag-evaluate tayo ng circuit na above yung source niya is at least 10 volts, ano, as a rule of thumb ga, pagka mas mataas siya, pwede nating i-neglect yung effect ng potential barrier, ano. Pero for the sake of our discussion, ano, para mas dahil kailangan nating makita yung effect, ano, somehow ay kailangan nating i-consider pa rin yung mga potential barrier. Okay? So ito yung nangyayari. So pagka meron daw siyang, sabi kanina, if meron tayong potential barrier, okay? So meron tayong 0.7 volts. Okay. So ito yung ating original input, ano, nasa left side. Okay, so mapapansin natin diyan kung meron siyang 0.7 ni voltage, ito 0 ni voltage, ano, kumbaga meron, makapapansin natin, ano, meron siyang part na kung saan ay makikita natin kung alin part yung pinaka-affected. Okay? So, para ma-solve natin yung ano natin, yung output natin, we just perform, syempre, we just perform KBL dito. Ano? Okay, so upon making KVL, so madiderive natin itong pinaka-formula natin. Or let's say, okay, so V in, ano? So, ito na yung pinaka-output natin, ano? So, kung titingnan natin or ika-graph natin yung ano yung ating output, so mapapansin natin dito sa right side ano, nagkameron ng ano ng adjustment ano doon sa pinaka peak value ng output natin, nabawasan siya ng VK. And then etong ano to, so kung mapapansin natin, it take time para magkameron tayo ng conduction ano. So ito yung time na kung saan binubuno pa yung 0.7 volts. Ano na requirement? Kasi 'di ba may requirement tayo na bias para mag-conduct yung 0.7. So ito yung part na yun. Okay? So kung titingnan ulit natin dito sa ano sa first figure natin, ano? Kumbaga, yung 0.7 is andito siya. Andito siya ano. And then andito siya. And then ang pinangyarihan kasi niyan is yung buong part na to. Ayan. So kumbaga yung part na yan is na-remove doon sa ating output waveform. And then yung natira ano, so itong buong ito. Okay, so kumbaga siya yung mapapapunta or mag-uumpisa ngayon doon sa ating x-axis at yan na nga yung nakita natin dito. Ano? So ayan. So yung part na. Okay? So ayun. Ano pa ba? And also syempre during at negative ano siya, at negative alternation naman, di alam na natin na siya ay mag-o-open. Ano? Therefore, wala tayong magiging output kasi opposing yung direction ng diode natin. Okay? Okay, so example number 2. So, draw the output voltage of the rectifier shown in the figure. So, syempre, ang una natin gagawin is we need to identify muna kung ano yung magiging output natin. So, pag nakakita tayo guys ng diode na katulad nito, so, merong tayong nakalagay na diode model. So, basically, we assume agad na it is equivalent to 0.7 volts. Basta merong siyang nakalagay na label, may label Okay. So bakit 0.7? Kasi yun talaga yung pinaka ginagamit even sa current natin, industry natin. So 0.7 volts. Okay. So we first perform KBL tayo. Okay, so we have upon KBL, so meron tayong Vin minus 0.7 minus, so let's say V out na to ha. Or hindi pala gamitin natin kasi gamit guys yung dito yung peak, kasi peak value lagi So gamitin natin yung salit ng subscription na peak. So B peak in, pero ito pa rin yung input na yun. B peak in minus 0.7 minus B peak out is equals to 0. Okay, so B peak out is equals to So, palitan na natin. So, BPIC in. So, this is 5 minus 0.7 volts. Okay, so basically, we have 0.3 volts. So, this is our BPIC output. Okay, so ngayon, kung ating idodrawing siya, so yung BPIC output natin, meron tayong ganyan. So this is basically our voltage and this is our time. So 4.3. So kumbaga, yung early niya, early part, magkakameron muna siya ng 0.7, 0.7, delay bago mag-conduct. So let's say ito siya. So this is T over 2, this is T. So magkakameron muna siya ng delay and then magkakaroon siya ng and then ayan. So ito, this should be a BPIC so dito ay this is a BPIC minus 0.7. So basically this is 4.3 volts, Okay, so this is 4.3 volts. Okay, so ayan, meron tayo ng delay and at negative alternation naman, since magkakameron siya ng against yung diode natin, definitely ang ating magiging output will be ganito siya. Okay, so and then kung marirepeat siya, so dire-diretsong ina-expect natin dyan, so ganun ulit siya. Okay? So ganyan yung pinaka magiging output natin. So madali. Okay. So ayan, you try to solve you try to solve this and you try to i-draw nyo yung magiging output waveform. Okay? So pagka so anong kailangan natin dito? So VO lang. VO lang pa. Sketch the output VO and determine the DC level. So pagka sinabing DC level, ito yung tinatawag na average value. Okay, so ito ay average BABG to. So BO and BABG. So kung meron ng sagot, again, please comment dun sa comment section natin. And then, you try to draw in your own. Then tingnan natin kung kasi kailangan masanay tayong mag-draw ng output in relation with sa mga susunod nating mga topics. So, BO and B. So, kailangan nating solvein yung VO and B average.
Nadaanan naman namin.
Ikaw, hello.
Medyo,
Alin bang 7? Alin 7?
ano sir?
Alin 7? Slide 7. Slide 7. Slide 7. Itong slide 7.
Medyo slang.
Ito. Sabi ko kanina, for the sake of our discussion, so,
Sa trabaho pa.
para, kasi gusto nating makita yung effect ng potential barrier, kailangan nating, muna natin, isama natin yung, kung may 0.7 siya, isama natin siya sa solution.
Okay po, sir. Thank you.
So, okay. So, na-try nyo na bang i-draw yung output niyan? Saan, anong hitsura ng output ninyo diyan? So, 19.3 at saka 6.14 volts. So, mostly naman is ganun yung sagot. Ay, ilan pa pala to? Yung iba? Ay, ang Adriel, ang tinatanong mo pala ay itong, siguro, with regards sa, wait. For this problem ba, kaya mo na-mention yung 0.7? So, dito sa problem na to, ay basically siya, wala kasing label to. Walang label itong ating diode dito. So basically, ang treatment natin dito ay ideal. Ideal lang. So kung meron siya nakalagay na silicone or yung mga natin, yung available sa market natin na 1N, 1N 4001, 4002, 4003. So basically, ang gamitin natin ay 0.7. Pagka ganun. Pero sa problem na to, dahil walang nakalagay, we treat this circuit, this diode as an ideal diode.
Okay po, sir. Thank you.
Ini-neglect ang current. Kasi sa problem kasi, ang sinosolve natin is yung current na magiging treatment natin dito sa clipper and clamper ay for the direction only if mag-o-open or mag-o-close. So basically kasi ang clipper, yung clipper ba to? Rectifier. So rectifier kasi it deals with kung ano yung magiging output voltage natin. So kung mapapansin natin, yung iginagraph natin is, tingnan natin sa graph, meron tayong voltage and time. Okay? So that's why hindi natin masyadong inaano yung lang, ang purpose lang ng current if mag-open ang diode or not. So, ayun. Okay, so sagutan natin. May drawing ka na, Adriel?
Sa scratch lang po, sir.
Oo. Anong itsura?
Naging pababa po, sir, tapos nag-start po dun sa pagitna na po.
Sa T/2.
Apo.
Ayun. Okay. So, okay, to solve yung ating problem. So, yung VDC natin, ano? So, okay. Yung BDC natin na which is equals to BABG, no? So, is equals to, siyempre, ang gamitin ko na lang is 0.318 times yung BP natin is 20. So, basically, this is 6.36. Okay. So, pero titingnan natin kung i-graph kasi natin siya. Okay? So, kung i-graph natin yung ating pinaka output, so during the positive alternation, okay? So, during the positive alternation, mag-o-open itong diode, ano? So ibig sabihin wala tayong magiging output doon. Okay, so zero siya. So this is T over 2. So let's say this is our T. So ibig sabihin ito ay zero lang. Tapos during the negative alternation, so magkakameron tayo ng so during negative alternation, this will be negative, this will be positive, and then KVL tayo. So magkakameron tayo ng conduction kasi along siya, along. So ibig sabihin eto, so magkakameron siya ng conduction. Okay. So mapapansin natin, nandito sa baba yung ating output. Eh di, kung nasa baba ang output natin, so ibig sabihin, yung ABG natin is somewhere here. Okay, so this is our ABG. BAB, yung average value na. So BABG. So therefore, kung nasa baba siya, then we must incorporate a negative sign. Okay? So, kasi di ba pag nagsusukat naman tayo ng voltmeter, pagbaligtad yung polarity, so, di ba nagkakameron tayo ng negative sign? So, somehow, dapat magkameron kasi ng indicator na yung measurement is nangyari at this kind of polarity na kung saan ay baligtad. Okay? So, dapat ang magiging sagot natin is negative 6.36 volts. Okay, and V out natin, so basically, yung V out natin is equivalent to our input. Kasi, naman siya, wala namang other element dyan sa circuit natin. So, ibig sabihin yung V out natin is equals to also a 20 volts or a negative 20 volts. Okay. So, peak inverse voltage. So, the peak inverse voltage equals the peak value of the input, equals the peak value of the input voltage, and the diode must be capable of withstanding at least this amount of repetitive reverse voltage. So, yung negative part, so sabi ko, the PIB occurs at the peak of each half cycle of the input voltage when diode is reverse bias. So, ito siya. So, dito nangyayari yung peak inverse voltage. Okay? And then, sabi dito, a diode should be rated at least 20% higher than the PIV. Kasi sa reverse voltage kasi tayo or reverse bias kasi tayo, usually nagkakameron ng problema sa mga pagbigay ng mga or pagkasira ng ating mga component. So that's why if ever na magkameron tayo ng spike dito at during the negative negative cycle, negative half cycle. Ano? So, dapat ay kaya pa rin niyang masustain yung operation. So, that's why meron tayong additional 20%, sabi nga dito, yung pinaka rating ng diode. So, for example, kung ang rating ng diode is kunyari ay 100 volts, ano, or 100, kunyari 100 volts yung PIV niya. So, ang rating ng diode should be 20% higher. So, dapat ang rating ay 120 volts yung rating niya. Okay? So, ayun. Yun, bumili ng marker.
Hindi sir, humingi kami.
Eh?
Kasi
Hindi pa ako nakakahingi.
sa info.
Ilan ang nahingi niyo?
Isa lang.
Isa lang gada isa.
Kasi ba sir, kung gusto niya next week. Ganito sir. Baka ikaw sir, naubos. Sir, baka kailangan mo dun. Erase na dun.
Hindi, meron kasang ginagamit yung saan. Kaya dala ko din. Okay. So, transformer coupling. So, a transformer is often used to couple the AC input voltage from the source to the rectifier as shown in the figure. So, again, ito ay isang part pa rin ng ating ng power supply. Kasi parang bubuuin natin yung power supply natin eh. Kanina yung rectifier and then ito naman yung pinaka-transformer. Ito talaga yung yung pinaka tumatanggap ng source natin na it could be 220 or 120 volts. And then i-convert niya into a usually kasi dito sa atin step down transformer. Okay? So pinabababa niya para maging pwedeng magamit siya ng ating mga electronic components. So ayan. Pero doon sa ibang application, so basically siguro hindi ko alam kung anong ginagamit nila is step up sila. Okay, so hindi ako masyadong familiar doon sa mga application ng step up. Pero kayo, sigurado ako aware kayo kasi kayo ay mechanical engineering. Okay? So, basically, meron tayong primary winding and meron tayong secondary winding. And each winding, meron siyang tinatawag na meron tayong turns ratio pala na relationship between the primary and the secondary. Okay? So, yung turns ratio, basically, ay malaki yung role na ginagampanan dito sa ating susunod na mga discussion. Okay. So, pero dito, nakalagay dito is, pwedeng 1:1 yung turns ratio natin. Na kung saan yung BE natin is equals to B voltage ng primary, which is also equals to voltage ng secondary, kung 1:1. And then if magbabago siya yung yung turns ratio natin, and then maaapektuhan din yung voltage sa secondary natin, so magbabago. So these are the advantages of a transformer coupling. It allows the source voltage to be step up or step down as needed. Okay, so sabi ko nga kanina, usually na pagka-electronics, more on step down yung gagawin natin. Okay, so the AC source is electrically isolated from the rectifier, thus avoiding a shock hazard in the secondary circuit for lower voltages. So yun yung isang magandang advantage talaga ng coupling, ng transformer coupling. So it will serve as somehow a protective mechanism to protect the circuit, the electronic circuit. Okay. So the amount of the voltage step up or step down is determined by the turns ratio of the transformer, kagaya din sabi ko kanina. So a transformer with a turns ratio less than 1 is a step down type, and one with a turns ratio greater than 1 is a step up type. Okay, so the secondary voltage of a transformer equals the turns ratio times N times the primary voltage. So basically, ito yung pinaka equation natin. Ano, kung para makuha natin yung ano natin, yung pinaka ano natin, voltage ng secondary. Kasi yun yung kinakailangan nating masolve. Okay. So dito, so the peak secondary voltage in a transformer coupled half-wave rectifier is the same as BP in. Ano? So, ayan, magkakameron lang tayo na. So, meron tayong BP out is equal to BP ng secondary minus 0.7 volts. Ano? Basically, if we will perform a KBL dito, ano? So, makukuha natin yung equation na yan. So, ayan. So, yun yung B peak niya. And then, in terms of BP, so PIB is equals to B peak secondary. Okay, so peak inverse voltage. So, kagaya nung na-mention kanina, na yung peak inverse voltage is nangyayari during the negative alternation. During the negative alternation. Alin ba yung B peak secondary natin? So, dito siya nag-o-occur. So, itong part na to. So, meron tayong voltage ng secondary. So, okay. So, meron tayong example. So, determine the peak value of the output voltage in the turns rate if the turns ratio is 0.5 volts. Okay, so dito wala na tayong magiging problema sa sa ating turns ratio kasi given na siya. So, ang kailangan lang nating malaman is kung ano yung magiging B secondary natin or yung B peak secondary natin. Okay, so agad lagyan ko pala siya ng B peak. B peak secondary is equals to N B peak ng primary ng aking gagamitin na guys. Pero primary and input isa lang yun. So we have since given na yung turns ratio natin, so we have 0.5 multiplied by 170. Okay, so therefore ang ating B peak secondary is equals to, so we have 85 volts. Okay, so yan yung gagamitin natin na pinaka-source dito sa circuit natin. Okay, so tinatanong peak value of the output. So B peak out. So gamit natin yung formula natin na B peak secondary minus 0.7 volts. So basically, if mag-KBL tayo dito, so makukuha natin yung equation na yan. So BP sec, so we have 85 volts minus 0.7 volts. So magiging sagot natin will be 84.3 volts. So, okay. So BP out. Okay. Ayan. So, ayan lang naman yung hinihingi ng problem. Kaya ayan lang ang bigyan natin. So, output na. Okay. So, ayun na yun. So, madali lang naman. So, susundin lang natin yung may mga given formula na naman tayo pagdating dyan. Or you just perform KBL, makukuha nyo din. Okay. So, yung full wave rectifiers naman. So, full wave rectifiers allow unidirectional current through the load during the entire 360. So, this is 360 degree of the input cycle. Okay? So, whereas a half wave rectifier allows current through the load only during one half of the cycle. Okay, so dito, ang magiging input natin is still ay a sinusoidal wave pa din. And then pagpasok natin dito sa circuit natin, sa full wave rectifier circuit natin, ang magiging output na niya is ganito yung pinaka-hitsura. No? So kung mapapansin natin, hindi siya katulad ng half wave na in every half period, so nagkakameron siya ng idle time. Ito, in every half period, nagkakameron siya ng conduction. Okay? So, sabi dito, average value can be measured using the formula. So, meron tayong 2 Vp pi. Okay? Over pi. So, basically, yung half wave natin, ito yung half wave formula natin to solve for VABG. So, times to lang natin. Okay? So, para makuha yung pinaka average voltage value niya. Okay, so basically, average value is approximately 63.7% of PP for a full wave rectified voltage. Okay, so dito sa part na to, 80 to lang din yung kanina. Kasi kanina is 31.8%. Ayan. Pero, somehow, nagkameron na lang dito ng pagkakaiba, pagka-surrounding. Pero basically, kung itatimes mo yan, it is also approximately the same value, approximately. Okay. Okay. So, itong DAVG ito, common ito sa dalawang configuration na didiscussin natin. So, yung center tap at saka yung bridge type full wave rectifier. So, yung DAVG niya. So, yan lang din man yung pinaka-formula. Okay, so full wave rectifier. So, this is a center tap rectifier. Okay, na kung saan gumagamit siya ng 2 diodes and then meron tayo dito, kaya nga center tap, meron tayo ditong tap doon sa pinaka-center niya. So, yun yung palatandaan na meron tayong center tap. Okay? So, dito, malaki yung role ng ating, again, sa lahat naman, malaki yung role nung nung turns ratio natin. So, ayan. So yung input natin dito, so 'di ba meron tayong using the turns ratio, meron tayong masosolve na Bpeak secondary. Okay? So pero sa center tap dahil dalawa siya, yung Bpeak secondary is nahahati sa dalawa. Okay, so divide to kasi meron din dito eh. So Bpeak secondary. So this is same lang. So Bpeak secondary 2. So parehas lamang siya. Okay? Kaya ang ibig sabihin pag na-apply mo na tong turns ratio, yung magiging output dito. So i-divide mo pa ng 2. Okay? So yun pa lang yung di-divide mo sa 2 ngayon. Ito ngayon yung pinaka magiging input mo ngayon dito sa circuit na ito, sa buong circuit ito. Yun yung gagamitin mo sa KBL. Okay? Okay. So during so ito yung operation niya. During the positive. Okay, so during the positive alternation. So yung circuit natin is ma-short itong yung diode dito, no? At palakita yung circuit, ano. So kumbaga yung diode natin is nakaganto dito. Okay? So ma-short siya. Okay, so magkakameron tayo ng output. Okay, so mag KBL. So that's why meron tayong pinaka output dito. Okay, so during the positive nga, okay, so during the negative alternation naman, ano, wait.
Sige, doon ako. Stop lang. No. Come on.
Hindi, positive pala to. So during the positive alternation, ano, so if magki-KBL naman tayo dito sa baba, okay, so magki-KBL tayo diyan. So mag-o-oppose tayo dito sa diode na andito sa baba. Okay, kaya na siya ay nag-open. So ibig sabihin na wala tayong magiging output dito sa baba. Okay, so during the negative alternation naman, so ito, during the negative alternation, okay, so dito sa baba, magkakameron tayo ng conduction. Ano, if magkakameron tayo dito sa taas naman, so mag-o-open siya. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, still, in every alternation, there is, in positive and negative alternation, meron tayong circuit or part ng circuit na nagkakameron tayo ng conduction. Okay? So, kaya dito sa babang ito, so na-produce itong part na to. Okay, so bakit naman siya sa taas pumunta? Bakit hindi sa baba? Kasi, pagka, ito yung kasi yung effect niya. So, dito kasi taas, kung magki-KVL tayo dito, so gamitin lang natin muna itong VM at saka VO. So, kung magki-KVL tayo, we have VM minus VO is equals to 0. So, VM is basically is equals to VO. So, dito sa baba, if magki-KVL tayo, so we have also VM minus VO. So, basically, yung VM natin is equals to VO din. Okay? So, kumbaga, kung mapapansin natin, ay parehas lamang siya. Okay? So, kaya yung ina-output ng circuit na to, in effect, dito niya inilalagay lahat yung pinaka-output niya. Okay? So, sa taas lahat. Okay? So, yan yung nagiging output ng ating center tap full wave rectifier. Okay? So, ayan. And then, so yung peak inverse voltage niya, okay, so peak inverse voltage niya ay, so since ang kailangan natin ay yung kabuuan, yung kabuuan ng kasi 'di ba nahati ito sa dalawa. So yung ibig sabihin yung VM natin is half lang nung secondary, pero ang kailangan natin is buo siya or magkasama siya. So ibig sabihin kailangan nating i-multiply it by 2. Okay? So since itong itong formula na nakita natin dito is based doon sa ang diode is an ideal diode, kasi yun yung ginamit niya para i-illustrate itong tawag dito, itong operation na ito. Pero basically yung PIV natin is kung may kasama siyang usually talaga kino-consider natin is silicon, kasi sa practical talaga meron talagang silicon na kasama. So for ideal diodes, hindi naman natin masyadong inaano yun. So basically yung PIV natin is 2. So 2 BM o 2 BPIC, BPIC secondary plus 0.7 volts. Lagi sinasama natin yung tawag dito, yung diode, sa consideration. So ayun. Okay, so example.
Ano ba kung di nabanggit?
Okay. So BABG, nabanggit naman sa taas Ito BPIC. BPIC. Yung BPIC pa lang, hindi na. Ano nasabi ko ba? BPIC parang PIB lang. Okay, so yung BPIC natin basically is, so kung ito yung output natin, so ang BPIC or BPIC out natin is equals to, again, we always consider a diode, so hindi siya ideal diode, lagi siyang 0.7. Okay, so BPIC out is equals to BPIC secondary, so over 2. Okay, so minus 0.7 volts. Ito yung pinaka-formula natin sa BPIC out natin. And then, so example. So the voltage waveforms across each half of the secondary winding and across RL, when a 100 volts peak sine wave is applied to the primary winding as shown. So show the voltage waveform across each half. Okay. So B, assuming a 20% margin, what minimum PIV rating must the diodes have? Okay. So paano natin sosolving to? So basically, so unang step is to consider yung yung turns ratio natin na 2:1. Okay? So basically it is 0.5 yung turns ratio natin. So BPIC secondary natin is equals to N BPIC primary. So we have N times Rn or 0.5 times 100 volts. So we have 50 volts. So ito yung ating BPIC secondary. Pero dahil center top siya, ang BPIC secondary over 2 natin is equals to, basically it is equivalent to 25 volts. Okay? Kasi center top siya. And ito yung gagamitin natin para makuha yung pinaka peak value niya. Iba tinatanong ko. So peak sine wave. Okay. So basically, so 25 volts. So we have BPIC output, or ito yung peak value niya. So we have 25 volts minus 0.5 volts. So, yun, ito na pala yun. So, 24.3 volts. So, this is yung ating BPIC output natin. Okay? And then, assuming a 20% margin, what minimum PIV rating must the diode have? So peak inverse voltage natin, yung formula is twice, sa so twice ng VPIC out natin minus 0.7. Okay, so we have 2 times 24.3 volts minus 0.7 volts. Or simply, we have PIBS. So this is 48.6 plus 0 minus. I know. So this PIB is plus 0.7 volts. Yung formula natin kanina, no? So yun. So PIB is 2BM plus. So plus 0.7 volts. So 48.6 plus 7 is we have 49.3 volts. So ito yung ating peak inverse voltage. Ngayon, ang tanong din is what is the minimum PIB rating must the diodes have? Again, pagka sabi at least 20% sa diode natin. So yung diode rating natin na mas mataas sa PIB. So assuming na this is 50 volts, assuming 50 volts yung ating PIB, ano ba yung 10% ng 50 volts? It is 10 volts. So ibig sabihin, so yung diode rating natin should be equal sa approximately equal to 60 kasi siya 49.3. Actually this is 49.3 plus ano bang 20% ng 49.3 times. So this is 90.86 volts. So kung pag-a-addin ko siya, that's 49.3. So this is 59.16. So this is 59.16 volts or approximate. So wala naman tayong nagiging rating na ganyan. So it's either you round up or you round down. Pero since mas gusto natin mas safety yung natin, so the nearest is round up ang gagawin natin. So basically approximately 60 volts yung magiging rating na dapat meron ang diode. Okay? So ayun. Okay, so ito naman yung bridge full wave rectifier. Okay, so ito mapapansin natin meron tayong apat na diode na may konting pagkakaiba yung orientation niya. Okay. So dito, paano siya nag-ooperate? So during the positive alternation, nagkakameron dito ng current. And then kung may current dito, itong D1 mag-o-open, magkakandak itong D2. Okay, so diretso siya dito kasi ang D4 is mag-o-open. So tapos ito, kakandak yung D3. So ayan. So magkakameron tayo ng output. So that's why sa output natin meron tayong during the positive alternation. Okay, so how about the negative alternation? Pagka negative alternation naman, so again magbabago yung polarity natin dito. Okay. So magkakameron dito ng current, okay? And then D3, mag-o-open siya. Magkakandak ang D4. Dito mag-o-open. So, pupunta ditong current natin. And then, ang D1 magkakandak. Okay, so, ayun. So, nagkameron tayo ng output. Okay? So, kaya, in every positive and negative alternation, meron tayong nagiging output. Okay? So, ayan yung nagiging flow ng ating current. So, ganyan nag-ooperate ang bridge time full wave rectifier. So, pagka merong silicon, so kunyari hindi siya ideal diode, so nagkakameron tayo ng again, parang yung sa half wave, nagkakameron ng effect. So, nababawasan yung ating peak value. So, this time twice ng tawag dito ng potential barrier ni voltage yung nababawas sa ating sa peak value ng ating input. So yung magiging natin, so dito since ganyan yung nangyayari, so yung peak value natin, B peak output natin is equivalent to, so B peak ng secondary minus, so since diode, and again, lagi naman usually diode yung ating consideration talaga. So 1.4 volts. So yan yung nagiging yan yung pinaka-formula natin to solve for the peak value. Okay, so also for the average value, the same lamang siya sa sa tawag dito doon sa center tap. Okay, so yung V average natin is equal sa 2B peak over 5. Ayan. So, same lamang. So, for our PIV, peak inverse voltage, yung sa kanina kasi, yung sa center tap, yung peak value kasi natin, yung VM natin, is nahati sa dalawa. Okay, so kumbaga ang kailangan kasi natin pag-compute sa output natin is kung kailangan natin makuhang PID is yung kabuuan. So, kung kanina twice ng VM kasi nahati, ito naman hindi siya nakahati. So, basically, yung V peak output nito, yun na yun. Okay? And plus 0.7 volts. Okay? So, ito lang yung pinagkaiba niya. So, kumbaga, yung kanina, ito, nahati kasi ito sa umpisa. Okay, so kailangan nating madala yung kabuuan. Kaya, times 2 natin. Pero dito naman, sa isa, so hindi naman siya nakahati. So, basically, V peak out pa rin siya. Okay, so, plus 0.7 volts. So, yun na yung peak inverse voltage. So example, so determine the peak output voltage for the bridge rectifier in figure shown. Assuming that the practical model, so what PIV rating is required for the diodes? So the transformer is specified to have a 12 volts RMS secondary voltage for the standard 120 volts across the primary. Okay, so sinabi siyang practical diode, practical model. So alam natin pagka sinabing practical model, therefore yung diode natin has a drop voltage or knee voltage. So paano natin sosolving yan? Okay, so dito kasi sinabi na yung secondary voltage. We have 12 volts RMS. We have 12 volts secondary, 12 volts RMS secondary voltage. Okay? So, kumbaga, hindi na natin kailangan mag-convert yung gamit yung turns ratio. Ano? Pero, ang isang makaka-trigger lamang dito and possible na magkamali ang marami, yung pag-neglect doon sa word na RMS. Ano? Or yung root mean square value. Okay. So, paano ba ang gagawin dito? So, kasi ang ginagamit natin guys is the peak value. So, dapat ma-convert natin ang RMS value to a peak value. Okay? So, paano ba siya i-convert? So, B peak secondary is equals to sino ba hindi nyo na rin tanda. So, we have the square root of 2 times the RMS value. Okay, so basically, meron tayong 12 square root of 2, or this is equivalent to 16.97 volts. 16.97. Okay. So, itong 16.97 volts, ito yung gagamitin natin to solve for the parameters. So, yung peak output voltage natin. So, B peak out is equals to, so yung B peak secondary minus 1.4 volts. So, ang sagot natin dito is we have 16.97 minus 1.4 volts. So, this is 15.57 volts. So, ito yung B peak out natin. And then, yun lang ba tinatanong dito? Determine the peak output. What PIB? What PIB rating? So, PIB natin is B peak out natin na 0.7. So, 15.97 na 0.7. So, basically, this is equivalent to 57. So, 16.27. So, ito yung pinaka PIB natin. Okay? So, ayan. Okay. So, ayan. Medyo I advise na mas kabisado sa halfway wala tayong problema, madali siyang matandaan yung niya, or madali niyang makuha yung pinaka formula niya So we have peak value, so ito yung formula natin, so the average value, and then we have the peak inverse voltage, which should be equivalent to B peak secondary natin. Okay, so and then sa center top naman, so ito yung formula natin, so B peak output, so since nahati yung sa dalawa, so kaya nag-divide, So, ito na yung gagamitin natin na pinaka-value ng BPIC secondary natin, minus 0.7 volts. So, yung average natin for center tap and bridge type, parehas lang naman siya. And then, sa diode, peak inverse voltage. So, kailangan nating i-times 2 kasi kailangan natin yung buong value. Yung kukunin natin, hindi yung isa laang. Okay? Plus 0.7 volts. Okay? And actually, tayo dito? Although meron tayong 2 volts diode dito, na ginamit. So, yung peak inverse voltage natin, pwede nating makuha using yung isang diode lamang, So makukuha natin kasi parehas naman yung nagiging output niya, So that's why 0.7 volts lang pwede natin makuha yung PIB dito. And then for bridge type full wave rectifier, so ito siya. Okay, so meron tayong E- na 1.4 volts, kasi mayroon siyang dadaanan na 2 diode, para makuha natin ang output niya. And then average value, peak output. So same lang din ang sa center type. And then diode, peak inverse voltage, so we have B peak out kasi nga ang considerations lang natin dito is kailangan makuha natin na B peak out is kung ano yung nandoon sa pinaka-output niya, dadagdagan lang natin siya ng 0.7 kagaya ng ginawa natin dito sa PIV ng center tap. Okay? So that's all for for rectifiers, So bukas ang magiging topic natin is about clipper and clamper. Okay? So ayun. So meron ba kayong tanong, clarification?
Wala naman po.
Okay, so ayun, parang naging formula based tayo dito sa part na to sa rectifiers. Okay, so doon sa sa susunod nating topic, doon ulit tayo didepende sa magiging configuration. So kung ano yung magiging configuration niya, kailangan na naman natin iba't ibang KVL, iba't iba yung nagiging output niya. Pero ito kasi parang nagiging na to since transformer siya, yung configuration niya fixed na. So ayun. Okay, so with that, we end this class. Thank you for attending. See you tomorrow.
Thank you po,
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you.